Hello YouTube. I'm Shayna Lynn. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back. Ooh, I just popped it. Yeah, so I'm kind of sort of going with the flow here and starting to do like this trying viral things that I have seen on the internet that interest me, that I think I would like to do. So the one thing that keeps popping up on my For You page on TikTok is the finger knitted blankets. Now, I have made one of these in the past. I think it's been about 8 years maybe. So I hope that I can remember how to do it and you guys can follow along with me and learn with me. I'm not going to make mine very big. I have 3 skeins of this color. It's Yarn Bee, and the name of the color is Olive, and the color number is 30 if you would like to get that. And I have this one. It is Yarn Bee as well, and the color is Sage, number 16. I got both of these at Hobby Lobby. I have 3 of these, this color of the olive color and 2 of the sage color. So let's get started. Okay, I've decided I'm going to do a baby size blanket. This is my son's old blanket when he was a baby. So I'm going to use it as a measurement, as a guide. Also, I think I said finger knitting. I've been seeing, it used to be called finger knitting. I think it's more considered hand knitting now, because finger knitting is something different now that I also would like to try, and we'll probably try soon. So if you're looking up for more tutorials, you might want to use hand knitting instead of finger knitting. Okay, so here's our end of our yarn. So we just want to make a slip knot. So I just wrap it around like that, take my fingers and pull it through like that. So I'll show you one more time. We have our end here. Bring it around and then just cross it like that. Bring your fingers through and grab that and just pull it. And then you have a nice little slip knot there. So once you have your slip knot, you want to make sure that you are working with the yarn that is attached to the ball. So we take our fingers, pinch them, and grab that yarn that is connected to the ball and just make a loop like that. So take our fingers, grab the yarn that is attached to the ball. You want to try and make your loops as uniform as you can. So here, maybe this will help a little bit more too. So this is what's attached to the ball. I'm going to take my fingers in, grab that, and just pull it. And this will be your foundation chain for your blanket. And you'll work from here. So in, pinch, grab, pull. I have made 24 loops in our foundation chain. So I have moved my ball this way over there. And this is our last one that we've done. So now what we're going to do is take our fingers like we have been. We're going to pinch them and grab this piece that's attached to the ball. And then we're going to bring it up this way towards the way we want to work. And then I don't know if you can see these very well, but they're like little hearts, and we're going to be working the top part of the heart. The top part of the heart. So that's what we're going to go into. Now make sure you don't grab that one because this has already been pulled through. So this would be your next one. So you go into that top part, you grab the yarn that is attached to the ball and go up. So we go to the next one, we find it, we grab the yarn from the back and pull it to the front and then pull up. And try and just keep an even as you possibly can. So here's our next one. And just keep going up like that. One of the main challenges to this is just knowing where your stitches are because the yarn is so thick. So now we're going to go all the way back to where we started, and then you'll just do a zigzag. Okay, I'm almost to the end where I had started our slip stitch. So here's one right here. And then here's our last one right here. And then you need to go back and count and make sure you have the same amount as your foundation row. Okay, so I'm going to move my ball over here just to make it a little bit easier. Now we just go into this one right here where we finished, pull through and up and go this way. I feel like it gets a little bit easier at this point because it's easier to tell where you're going to go into. And I feel like you have just a little bit more room to work with. Also, you want to make sure that your hoop loops are nice like this. You don't want them twisted like that and then go through. Try and make sure that they're a nice, whoop, to get the nice knitted look. Also, if you want yours looser, just make these bigger. If you want it tighter, make them smaller. So we're going to go all the way back down to the end. And then I will keep working until I get to the point that I want to change color, and then I will come back and show you how to change the color, so you know how to do that as well. Okay, I thought I'd show you an inside one more time. So I just finished this last loop, pulled through. I'm going to bring this over, and it helps if you have like more of a tail too. Put my fingers through and grab it, pull up, and then we're going this way now towards where we started. And it's really easy to manipulate as you go. So if you need to pull up and keep going and doing that, if you pull too much, say you did this and you're like, I don't know what to do, just pull the back and then that will make it small again. So just work your way all the way back to the end. And then once you get to the end, you'll work it that way. And then once you come all the way this way, you'll work it that way. So it's just kind of like a big zigzag. Okay, I hope I don't mess this part up. But I don't have enough yarn to make it all the way back, so I'm stopping here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it just here. And I'm going to change the color of the yarn. Okay. Now I'm going to bring this back through and this one back through. So I have a little bit of a tail to work with here. Now I have my new color. Let me find the end. Okay, and this is what people on social media have been doing. They put a fire here and then put it together and it bonds it. Because most yarns have plastics in them. Then you just hold it together like that. You could kind of see where it was turning brown. Please make sure you don't catch your house on fire. Okay, I redid it again, and you really got to hold it together for a little bit. So then you go back and you bring these back through. And then since you cut it right here, it will be a nice little seamless switch. So then you just go back towards the other side and keep going how you've been. I'd say that hot glue would work as well, and then you can always tie it. And then I'll just show you how to do the edge with this color. Maybe that will be, if you couldn't see it very well with the darker color. So we have our end piece there. Bring our yarn back around and then just grab it and pull and then go this way. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and finish the blanket, and then I will come back and show you how to finish the top edge piece and be done with it. Really understand the appeal of these blankets. They're super easy and they look so good, and it's kind of fun to do. Okay, so you want to make these a little bit bigger, and then you want to make sure you have a tail. My tail is on the other end over there, so I'm starting on this side. So how we finish it is we take these two hoops right here and we're going to put this one over top of this one. So we're going to put this inside that hoop like that. So we have this one, we're going to just take this hoop and put it inside, and we're just going to work our way back down the blanket like that. I needed to have my loops a little bit bigger than what I did. So hold it like this, take their next hoop, pull it through to just like that. So a little bit closer look. We have our hoop. We have the next one. Grab it, pull it through. We have our next, grab it, pull it through. Okay, here's our last two pieces. So just do the same thing that you've been doing. And then you have this piece here, and you're going to take your tail. Now you're going to grab the tail and pull it all the way through, and it will make a knot. And then you can tighten the knot and then weave in the tail. You don't need that much to weave in, just about 4 or 5 inches to weave in, and then you're done. I will show you how to weave it in if you want to stick around. Okay, this is how you weave it through. So you want to grab it and pull it here. Then from the back, pull it all the way through. Then down here. Then you can even go into these stitches and work it back up. And then go through some of the back ones. Just like that. Okay, here is the finished product. So this is about how big it is. And that was 5 skeins. It really came out pretty easy and pretty fast. I think I got it done in less than 3 hours. It can be expensive because that yarn was $8 a piece. But I know that Hobby Lobby, if you get it from there, they have sales on their yarn often. So if you got it at like 50% off, it really wouldn't be so bad. But I hope you enjoyed this tutorial and have a great day.